Hello and welcome to First Look Florida State Tennis. I'm your host, Tom Block, and coming up, we'll introduce you to the men's and women's tennis teams here at Florida State as they get set to serve up the action in 2013. We'll sit down with both head coaches and you'll meet several of the stars on both the men's and women's side. It's all coming up, so stay with us. We're just getting started here on First Look Florida State Tennis. Welcome back to First Look Florida State Tennis. We turn our attention to the men's squad at Florida State now, which begins the spring season ranked number 32 in the country. They, of course, play in the ACC, the toughest league out there, and the schedule is always brutal. This year is no exception, although when you look at the home schedule, it's even more daunting than usual for Florida State. It's really loaded up. Despite that fact, Anderson Reed believes that Florida State is more than capable of meeting the expectations and having great success this year as they continue the tradition of advancing to the NCAA postseason.
It's tough. We've got, #1 Virginia, we've got top 5 Duke. I mean, I could go on and on about the guys we have, so it's exciting. I think we can be in the top 16 again like we were 2 or 3 years ago. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a team effort, but I think we're going to be able to do it. I think we can accomplish a lot.
Teammate Andres Bucaro is looking forward to his last season as a Seminole and feels that even though the team has set lofty goals, they're very attainable.
I think we're up for great things. Very talented team, hard workers. We got a couple of guys ranked in both singles and doubles. I think the sky's the limit for this team. We came up with some goals, and I think they're ambitious, but they're doable for this team.
Fellow senior Jordan Kelly Houston is eagerly anticipating this season. He's excited about the squad, which he says is a little bit different than some previous FSU teams. It's deeper, it's maybe closer than some recent FSU squads as well, and Kelly Houston is excited about what 2013 holds for this team.
I think this team is really close. Definitely the closest team I've been on. And everyone is really optimistic. And we just feed off each other really well. Definitely that helps us out on the court. I want to leave on a high note, and I haven't been to the round of 16 yet, and individually I haven't been to the tournament yet, so I think those both go hand in hand. If I can help the team by getting through to the NCAA tournament, that will also help us get through to the team one.
They certainly will have an opportunity to get many ranked wins, given the caliber of competition they play this year. And that's just one of the many storylines surrounding the Seminole tennis team as we serve up the action here in 2013.
The Florida State men's tennis team looks forward to the 2013 season with some pretty lofty expectations. From underclassmen to seniors, the Seminoles have set their sights high for the spring.
We set really good goals, and we set really high goals, and I feel like we're all very competitive players, and if we all just kind of team up together, the possibilities are endless, definitely.
Adding fuel to this garnet and gold fire was a successful fall season, which saw FSU serve as one of the host sites in the ITA Southeast Regionals. The Seminoles look to ride that wave of success into the spring.
I just made sure over break that I really kept up my practices, really kept getting after it, and really gives you a sense of confidence knowing that you are playing your best and that you can hang with the best players in college tennis.
I think we sized up well against all of our opponents in doubles. I think we had some really close matches in singles that could have gone either way, and I think that our off-season training in December will really tell the beginning of this January and February and building up to our ACC schedule in March and April, how exactly we size up against the big dogs, and I think we'll do well.
One of the defining characteristics of Florida State tennis this year is continuity. Coach Dwayne Holtquist loses only one key member from last year's NCAA tournament team. Having virtually the same lineup for 2 consecutive years is a distinct competitive edge.
Well, first of all, we've been together for almost 2 years, same guys, so that makes it much more special. You know yourself, you know your style of game, we're great friends, so it's very exciting to compete with the guys.
side by side. And
the fact that everyone's back and everyone's really excited to see what we can do this year as opposed to last year, that's what really excites me.
Well, I think we had a really good year last year, and we lost only one player, and everyone's a year on. So I think this year we're looking to really push the limits and make top 16, I think.
And I'm joined now by FSU men's tennis coach Dwayne Holtquist. Coach, always good to see you. Exciting time of year, I know, as you get the rackets back out and the season starts. And I can tell by your smile you're ready to go as well.
We are. You know, I think we always look forward to the spring season. We enjoy the fall playing the tournaments, but I think everyone likes the dual match season the best, and you know, we're ready to go this Saturday.
Let's talk a little bit about the fall before we look ahead to this spring. It was a busy fall, and you guys were integrally involved in hosting a couple of tournaments. Talk about the significance of that for you and your program.
The first time ever we hosted the regional championships here, which is all the schools in Georgia and Florida, and that was a great event for us and something we want to do in the future. And we had some good runs. We had a doubles team in the semifinals, and Jordan got all the way to the quarterfinals of that. And then we also ran an event at ESPN's Wide World Sports down at Disney there, and had a clay court event and had USC four-time national champion as well as 4 other schools in the top 16.
So that's a pretty strong fall. How does that prepare you for what you're doing now?
Well, we played great competition. So we played the best teams in the country, and in those 2 events and our other 2 events we had were strong as well, going to the All-American tournament out in Tulsa. So I think it really prepares us to play, you know, one of the more difficult schedules in the country.
That schedule, it's always difficult because you're in the ACC, and that hasn't changed. You play Florida, but this year it's a little interesting. You've got 17 home matches on that schedule, which is more than the norm.
Yeah, we're playing some doubleheaders, partly because we've got a really deep team, and we want to give them all opportunities to play a lot of matches. And but you know, we got Texas on the schedule. Virginia's the #1 team in the country. They're going to be here at home, and then Florida as well. So you know, we've got really good schedule, and it means a lot. You know, one of our goals of our team is to be successful and, you know, kind of dominate our home court. So, you know, that's something we want to have the fans come out and support us, and they'll have plenty of opportunities to do that.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the individuals. You've got a deep team, as you mentioned, 3 seniors, and I imagine it starts there for you in terms of guys that need to lead and step up and perform on the court.
Yeah, Jordan Kelly-Houston, Andre Spukro, and Anderson Reed are all seniors. Played for us the previous 3 years, and Jordan played #1 for us last year. He's going to probably play high in the lineup again for us this year. And Anderson and Andres, you know, showed last year that they can win a lot of matches, and their records were really strong last year. And the 2 guys that really emerged this fall would be Dominic Catrone and Benjamin Locke. Both of them are ranked in the national rankings, in the top 100 or so in national rankings, and had significant wins and made good runs in the tournament. Dom beat #17 player in the country this fall, and so they've made big strides. They're big guys, athletic guys, and you know, very, very talented. And I see them kind of continuing to emerge.
What you know, when you look at what you've done with this program, I believe it's 10 straight years in the NCAA tournament, and 6 out of the last 7, or maybe 7 out of the last 8, where you've been at least to the second round. What can this year's team do to add to that legacy?
Well, you know, I think it's a great question. I think you know, we had a run there where we had 6 years in a row in the top 20 in the country, and I think this year's team can be. I think we need guys to develop and continue to emerge. I think our depth is going to be there. Our doubles play, I think, is going to be there. I think it's going to take 1 or 2 guys who really emerge as kind of top 50 singles players and show the ability they can beat whoever they play each day.
Bringing it back to this season, one final question for you. What do you want to see from your tennis team this year?
Well, I'd love to see us get to the final site. I think that's something, you know, I think baseball wants to be at the College World Series. I think we want to be at the final site. This year it's in Illinois, University of Illinois, and you know, we've been close last couple years, and you know, we had a great run last year, a good win, and then you know, played Georgia tough, and they went on and made a nice run there. But you know, so I think we want to position ourselves going into the NCAA tournament that we're hosting, or that we're just off of hosting, so we get a good draw and give ourselves a good shot at getting that final site.
All right, well, sounds good. Best of luck. Congratulations on your success so far in your tenure here, and good luck this season.
Thank you.
All right, FSU men's tennis coach Dwayne Holtquist. Stay with us. There's still more to come on the other side of this TV time. That'll do it for First Look Florida State Tennis. Thanks so much for joining us, and I hope you've enjoyed our special look at the men's and women's tennis programs here at Florida State. Two highly successful teams that are part of a highly successful athletic department at FSU. We wish both the men and women the best of luck this year in the ACC tournament and also in NCAA postseason competition. Remember, you can follow the Florida State tennis teams and all Florida State athletic teams year-round by logging on to Seminoles.com. Again, thanks for joining us, and I'll see you next time right here.